Hey, it's your travel agent, David, and we are on the Navigator of the Seas. Now, the Navigator of the Seas is a Voyager-class ship, and it was built in Turku, Finland. It launched in 2002. It is 139,570 gross tons, and it has an overall length of 1,020 feet, so just over 3 football fields. It does have 15 total decks, with 9 decks that have cabins in them. The passenger capacity is about 3,300 to 4,000, depending on configuration of the rooms. And it does have 1,674 staterooms on board. As far as crew, they have between 1,200 and 1,215 crew members at any given time. Now, the Navigator of the Seas had a major refurbishment in 2019, which included substantial updates where the public areas were made a little bit nicer. They had some added amenities such as the pools being redone, water slides, entertainment, etc. And they had cabin additions. And in 2014, it was also dry docked for upgrades to create virtual balconies, new lounges, and a few other little great things around the ship. Now, in this tour, I'm going to take you from deck 2 all the way up to deck 15. We're going to go from forward to aft and starboard to port. We're going to see all of the dining, such as the main dining room, the Windjammer, the Cafe Promenade, El Loco Fresh, Chops Grill, Jamie's Italian Grill, Izumi, Hooked Seafood, Johnny Rockets, and so much more. As far as bars, we're going to go over the Lime and Coconut, the Solarium Bar, the Bamboo Room, the Schooner Bar, Boleros Lounge, Copper and Clove Pub, the R Bar, and the Playmakers Sports Bar and Arcade, as well as the Cosmopolitan Club, the Viking Crown Lounge. And we're going to check out the swimming areas with all the splash pads, the Solarium pool, the regular pool, the Wave Rider, all of it. So if you're ready, let's go check it out. Welcome to cabin 2646. It is an ocean view room. So the Navigator went under, I want to say it was $119 million refurb in 2019. And I don't know where they put the money at. We'll see here in a second, okay? But when you first come in, you have your closet. So a lot of room in here. You have a place where you can hang things from here. Several shelves in here. You've got your hangers. And then you have these places right here where you can just hang some more stuff from. So you got plenty of space in here. Your life jackets are in here. And again, plenty of hangers, so it's really nice. When you come into the bathroom is okay. It doesn't have that creepy shower curtain, and it does have the cable here. If you're not sure what this does, every time you pull it down, it blows the ship's horns. But in all seriousness, that's where you can like hang your clothes to drip dry in here in the shower. You got your towel rack right here. You do have a decent amount of space here on the vanity for 2 people. So it's pretty nice. Then you get into the main living area. You do have a huge desk here. So inside of it, you have 3 other drawers, which is nice. Then you have a center drawer. Then you have 3 more drawers here. So you've got a lot of storage right here. Right here, you have your mini fridge. The TV, it swivels out so you can watch it in bed. Here's where your safe is at. Unfortunately, they went cheap and they did not put a safe in here big enough for a laptop. So this is big enough for a few little things. Then you got a couple more storage spaces here. Now let's talk about some additional storage spaces, which is cool. Right here, you can put your hygiene stuff right here. There's another one right over here. And let's do what everything is cool and turn the tap down. Now, because this is an older ship, you still have your data port here and your telephone port here. You can turn the announcements on and off. You do have €1 plug here, and then you have two 110s over here. No USB, USB-C ports, so if you have something like your iPhone or some other device that's designed to plug into USB-C, make sure you bring either an adapter or a charging end for that so you can charge it. When you come on over here by the bed, you do have a nightstand here. You have a nightstand there, but no power. So you got your phone there. The lights looked kind of new. I was looking to see if there was any USB-C chargers on there. I didn't see any. But that is the room. You do have this nice comfy chair that you can sit in here as well. Now this is an adjoining cabin. So if you're looking at traveling with somebody and you want adjoining cabins, this might be a good option for you. But it feels pretty spacious in here. It doesn't feel small. It's just with a update that's not but maybe 6 years old. I would have expected more technology advancements in the cabins, but it is what it is. C'est la vie. We're gonna sail as long as we get to where we're going and come on back safe. I'm good with that. So we're going to start off on deck 2 forward. Deck 2 forward, you've got the conference center. There's a total of 4 conference rooms. They can be made into 2 large ones or divided into 4 small ones or 2 in 1, however you want to do. And then we also have the friendly Crown and Anchor representative desk as well. As you can tell, it is a little loud inside. So we're going to skip around the ship a little bit and work around the noise. So we're about to go do laser tag in Studio B. Studio B is also where they do the ice show. It's also where they do the Crazy Quest. The ice show, if you haven't seen it, you've got to. Hey, thank you, sir. You're welcome. Well, that was fun. We won. That's pretty cool, especially if you're on a cruise ship. So everybody had a good time. Just wasn't very conducive holding the laser and recording. We're gonna see if the force is good with me. We're gonna do some Jedi trivia. We'll see how it goes.
I was talking about the brown powder, not the white powder.
I didn't do too good on my Star Wars trivia. 8 out of 20. Pretty cool to watch an NFL game on a TV that big. We're on deck 2 forward. On deck 2 forward, you're going to find the Crown and Anchor Ambassador's desk here, and then you're going to find the conference center as well. Now, in order to get here, we're 2 forward. You have to come up to 4. If you're on the back of the ship, you have to come to 4, then come down to where the Royal Theater is, then come down to 2 because you can't get through any other way. At deck 3 forward and 4 forward, you're going to find the Royal Theater. Now here on deck 3, you're going to have to come up through deck 4 to get to deck 3 if you want to go to the Royal Theater, because they have Studio B in the center and that blocks everything. So decks 2 and 3, you can't go all the way from forward to aft. You have to come up to 4 and transverse that. Now on deck 4 forward, on the port and starboard sides, you'll have your entrances for the Royal Theater, and then you have the ladies' restrooms right out in front of the starboard side. Port side is the men's room. Now here on deck 4, semi-forward, you're going to have the schooner bar. Now, schooner bar is where they're going to do all the trivia at. They've got a piano player here. They'll do some singing and other entertainment. It's just right outside of the casino and the Royal Theater. Now, right outside of the schooner bar and the Royal Theater, you're also going to find Hooked. It is a specialty seafood restaurant. I've never been on a ship that's had this before, and I've been on about 8 of them so far. So that's pretty interesting to see that they're bringing in some new restaurants. That's interesting because the top one was, well, today's catch. So now I'm going to be outside looking for a crew out there fishing, catching today's catch. Now, as we make our way on deck 4 midship, we're going to get into the casino. Now, the casino, it kind of smells of stale cigarettes. They do have the smoke eaters going, but you can only do so much, I guess. But one thing I like about it is the bar's right in the center of it, and they have all the tables, for the most part, are up away from the slot machines, so you don't have to go around the tables to get to the slot machines. Now, in between the tables and the bar is the Casino Royale desk. If you don't know about this, check out my video about the casino hack. But basically, if you're new to the cruising or you're new to using the gambling machines on a cruise ship, you can earn points to win a cruise. They'll have this chart right here. You scan that QR code and it'll tell you how many points you need to get in order to get a cruise that's based off of those points. So the crew here, they're usually very helpful and helping you get going. So if you have any questions or anything like that about gambling on the cruise ship, talk to the Casino Royale desk. Now, just to give you perspective, it's 5:28 in the morning, okay, and there's people in here still gambling. So I thought for sure they'd shut down the machines because there's nobody in here. So if you hit a jackpot, I don't know what you'd do, but they're in here contributing to the Royal Caribbean College Fund. Now, when we get here to deck 4 in the aft part, we're going to have Boleros, we're going to have Starbucks, and the elevators, and then we're going to get back in a little bit more into some other things. So let's check out aft part of deck 4. Now, Boleros is the Latin themed bar. So they'll have salsa, merengue, ciabatta out here. They'll have Latin bands out here playing music as well. This is also one of the meetups for some trivia sometimes as well. Now on the starboard side, you got Starbucks. They have a couple tables out there you can do some work on. But if you do collect the Starbucks mugs, especially for the ships, they have them here as well. They're about $21. Now on deck 4 aft, you're going to have the dining room. Deck 3, you'll have the dining room as well. So this is a very nice dining room, very formal. Let's go check that out. So now, as you can see, deck 3 and 4 have the dining room as well as deck 5. So just a 3-tiered dining room, but it's very nice, very beautiful. I love this chandelier. Take a look at it one more time and tell me what you think. This is a pretty nice chandelier. Since I'm traveling by myself, I'm in a little table in the corner over there all by myself. So I might go talk to Dev. He's one of the head waiters. See if I can get to a group table. Now, funny thing is, I ran into Dev, and he was our head waiter on the Jewel of the Seas for our Iceland cruise. So pretty interesting. I've been traveling enough now where I can start to see people when they cycle through their ships. So remember, you can't cut through deck 3. That's why I finished with 4 and coming back to deck 3. But at deck 3, you've got the photo gallery. So you can buy all your photos. You also have the art studio, so you can look at all the art if you like to buy art on a cruise ship. You have Studio B. Now Studio B, they do laser tag in there. They have the ice show, which is really phenomenal. So if you like that, come check out the ice show. And then they also do the Crazy Quest in there. If you haven't been to the Crazy Quest, it's 18 and up, no kids allowed. It's just pretty crazy.
right, we're in deck 5 aft, right in front of the dining room. So this is where you'll be if your dining is at deck 5. Now on deck 5, just shy of midship, on the starboard side or the right side, you're gonna have guest services. Right next to guest services is gonna be the shore excursion desk, and then you're gonna get right into the Royal Promenade. Now, before we get into the Royal Promenade, I got one last place to show you, just shy of midship on the port side, and that is the R bar. I don't know if they did that for pirates, but R is the favorite letter of a pirate. Just in case you are interested, this is where they have the nightly meetup for the single cruisers at 8:30 every night. Ask me how I know. It's weird cruising by myself. Don't know if it's a good weird yet, but it's just different. So here you've got port merchants, which is like the duty free. You've got the regalia, which is the jewelry shop. And just in case you're interested in it, they do sell Royal Caribbean charms and rings and things like that. Never seen it on a ship before, but they have it here. You also have the collection, which is their clothes shop. And ladies, they do have female bathing suits. Guys, we're out of luck. Ask me how I know. Somehow I forgot to pack my bathing suit. So now I gotta wait till we get to Catalina to go buy one. So triple check your stuff, because I know I pulled them out. They're probably sitting on my dresser somewhere. But anyway, back to the ship. Another new addition that I haven't seen on any of the ships I've been on is a bamboo room. It's set up like a little tiki bar. So they have what they call a Long Beach iced tea. It's very nice. It's like a tropical Long Island. And they do have this. And I think I would go and get annoyed really quickly if I had to work with this parrot. Check it out. Listen to it.
Weren't you here yesterday?
Yes, I was. But it'd always be like,
Someone likes their rum.
yes, I do. That's the first time I heard it do that. So I don't know if it's got motion sensor there to detect somebody. But it kept saying, oh, probably want a cracker. But I don't know.
Bamboo room.
It just said, bamboo room. I'll just keep talking now. Now I walked away. Camera shy, maybe. Won't be a good travel advisor. Here's another new addition I haven't seen to drive for. It's the hair salon. Now I know in the spa usually you could do your hair, but I've never seen a to dive for. Another thing I haven't seen is the copper and clover. And this is right across from To Dive For. So it's kind of like the English pub, if you will, copper and clover. I prefer crimson and clover over and over. If you know, you know. Now, if you get the soda package, you're going to get a special cup that works on these machines here. So there's a couple in the Windjammer, and you got a couple here right next to the Cafe Promenade. So here at Playmakers, this is your sports bar. So if they got a game going on or you want anything sports related, come to Playmakers. They do have foosball. It is to pay for. So is pool, Donkey Kong, and the claw. You got to pay for them as well by tapping your C Pass. This is something that's interesting. I didn't know they had it on this class ship, so I'm glad I've come here. But if you notice, they actually have like promenade facing cabins, so that's pretty cool. And they also have virtual cabins, so if you're in an interior room, you can have, they'll have a big like TV on the wall, and it acts like a balcony. It's a virtual balcony. Now I don't know why they have this here. It's got the birthday celebration on it, a birthday bash. In the Windjammer they had cupcakes set up with birthday bash on it, but the birthday for the ship isn't until the 14th of December, so maybe they just like to party early. But I mean, that's a whole quarter to go before their birthday. But that's what that is for. So don't expect to see that potentially when you come here. Now on deck 5 forward, you have the Star Lounge. The Star Lounge is, we did Jedi trivia there. They were doing the majority rules there last night as well. But they do a lot of different little entertaining shows right here in the Star Lounge. It looks like they also do the art auction here as well. Right next to the Sky Lounge is the Crown and Anchor Lounge. 2 more cruises and I'll be able to get in there for you. Now, just in case you're new to Royal, they're gonna have on every deck one of these. It's got everything that's on the ship from port to starboard, from forward to aft, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know. If they don't have one of those, they'll have like a, it's not, I'll show you one, but they have like a little ship that looks just like that with everything on it as well. So it's very easy to navigate these ships. Now on deck 6 aft, you've got the next cruise desk. Now, They say that you get a better rate if you book your next cruise here on the cruise ship. And I would say that they're right if you weren't using a travel agent. So I brought my laptop out and went dueling keyboards with them on the exact same ship, and I was able to save several $100s by booking it through me, getting a group rate, then getting a single rate through the next desk. But they were cheaper than if you were booking it by yourself. But when you book with a travel agent like myself, you'll save more money probably than if you book with the next cruise. For example, they're saying up to $500 next cruise savings, including up to $200 bonus savings with a little asterisk. So I don't know what all that's tied into that. But they say now you get $100 per person deposit and choose your ship and sail date today. And later, $200 per stateroom deposit, and then 2 months to choose your adventure. So those are like the flexibility that you have there. And then they'll have like this little stand right here, and it's got the different cruises that you can kind of look at and kind of get an idea of where you may want to go. Now, if you go visit my website at mytravelagentdavid.com, you can go and start looking through cruises there as well. And before you even get on here, and you can book your next cruise with me and save even more money than waiting for you to get on this ship. Now on deck 7 in the aft, you have the library and card room. So they have a few books. You can take a book, leave a book. It's like a little lending library. They also have some games. Like it is now 6:03. There's somebody doing a Zoom meeting in there. There's somebody on their laptop working, and there's some 2 diehard people doing some Scrabble. I don't think I'd be thinking about Scrabble at 5:30 in the morning. Decks 8, 9, and 10 are just staterooms, so we're going to hop up to deck 11, and that's where the Lido deck is at. Now here at the aft part, we have the Windjammer. They're not open yet, but we're going to go around, take care of everything else, and come finish up here. But inside the Windjammer, you go in, and then on one side you have Jamie's Italian Restaurant, and then on the other you have Chop's Grill. So the Windjammer opens up at 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock for breakfast, 11:30 to 3 for lunch, and from 5:30 to 9 for dinner. Now on the ship, right in front of the Windjammer, they'll have some drip coffee. They have drip coffee in the Cafe Promenade. Drip coffee is free. Starbucks, no bueno, no free. So, yeah. So you're probably better off with the drip coffee. They also have tea and hot water, so you can have your teas as well. So if you like tea, don't go to Starbucks. Check out what they offer for free first. So when you come out on the starboard side, you have El Loco Fresh. Now, El Loco Fresh is a Mexican flair restaurant. They have quesadillas, cheese, and chicken. They have tacos, pork, and chicken. Sides include rice and beans, and then they have beef and chicken burritos. So it's right outside, so you can grab a quick bite, get right back out to the pool. It's cool to see they have a Johnny Rockets on here. I've only seen them on the Oasis class ships, so it's pretty interesting. So I wonder if they come out here and start dancing like they do on the Oasis class ships. That'd be pretty cool. Don't worry, I'll come back out here when the sun's out here. I just want to give you an idea of what it looked like at night. Pretty cool, huh? So our next stop as we get through the pool deck is, well, let me show you. Right over there is where you're going to get your ice cream. So in that little trailer looking thing, they got your vanilla, your chocolate, and your swirl. And the line usually is about right over here. So you got to be patient because everybody wants some of that yum yum. Next stop, the Solarium. 18 and up, baby. No kids allowed. So if you're bringing your kids in here, don't. It even says it. Adult area ahead. Just 18 and up. Welcome. So one thing I love about this, I've never seen cubbies on any of the other cruise ships. So if you get here and all the beds are full, or you just want to come into the pool and not tie up a lounger or anything, you can put your stuff there, relax, and then come back and get it. They also have several different various types of seating around here. And I like that it's open air. Most of the time you find that they're enclosed. I like the whole open airness so you can get work on your tan as well. And it's not very humid in here. And out here in the Solarium, you do have the Solarium bar. So when it's open, you can get your drinks here. You don't have to worry about fighting the crowd at the main pool deck. Get out here early if you want one of these little cabana type things, these day beds or whatever they're technically called, because they cost money out on the pool deck. Here, these are free. We're at deck 12 forward, and at deck 12 forward, you're gonna find the Vitality Spa. So you get your manis, your pedis, your facials, your massages, your acupuncture, all of that can be right there. Now, I've been asked by several people why I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do my videos. I do it for a couple of reasons. One is I don't like recording people's children in my videos. As a parent, I just would prefer not to have somebody do that to me, so I just try to extend that courtesy. Two, I don't want to deal with a Karen that I have to trying to explain to an irrational person the rationality of public space. I just don't feel like dealing with that. Third is usually when I start from the bottom and get up to the top deck, the sun's already coming out and I have a nice sunrise view for you. So those are why I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on all of my cruises on this first sea day to go do all of my videos. Mainly my peace and quiet, getting through here without a lot of loud noise to disrupt my video, and I like to see the sunrise. So close to midship is the Lime and Coconut. It's a bar. They have a lot of cool seating over here. Yesterday when we got on the deck, they have like a little area right here for a band to play. They had a Jamaican band here playing some Jamaican music. It was Jamaican Me Wanna Dance. Yeah, so you're welcome. But they'll put a band right here and just play music for you. So everybody over the pool, everybody over here at the bar can enjoy that music. Now, one of the songs they played was Who Let the Dogs Out. That song is probably like 20 years old. I really wish they'd figure out who let that dog out. It's just, by 20 years now, they should have figured it out. If you like to walk in the morning or you like to run or jog in the morning, deck 12 is where you're gonna find the jogging trail. And then in the aft part of the ship is where you're gonna find the gym. One thing I like about this ship is on the port side, in the back on deck 12, those tables back there, that's where the smokers are at. It's where they need to be. Nobody needs to be walking around public areas smelling cigarette smoke. So it's nice that they're put in the back over there. You don't have to worry about any cigarette smoke. Muy bien. Deck 12 aft, you're gonna have Adventure Ocean. You're gonna have the Babies and Tots over here. Now, Babies and Tots, they're open from 9 a.m. to noon, and then 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., and then 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So all those sessions cost money. And then as far as Adventure Ocean, they're open from 10:30 to 4:30, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock to 1 a.m. So it looks like everything's free except for the late night party zone from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Now the other cool place is the arcade. It already won because I saw Miss Pac-Man, but let's see what else they got. Now, at the back of deck 12, so the aft part of deck 12, you have the Vitality at Sea Fitness Center. So we're gonna go check it out. Hopefully there's not a lot of people working out because I don't wanna be that creep filming people while they're working out. The gym is pretty well appointed. There's a lot of people in there. It's 6:25 in the morning. Good on you. So who says Americans are fat and lazy? But anyway, so they have a lot of cardio equipment in there. They have minimal free weights. They do have a lot of dumbbells. And then they do have a little studio in the back where you put a yoga mat down and kind of do your Pilates or yoga or things like that. So we're on 13 aft. You got the flow rider, you've got the water slide, you gotta go all the way up there and then slip and slide all the way down. It's cool. It goes from big to small and everything like that. It's really cool. There's even an open air area that's got nets in there so you don't go flying out. But just to add to some of that fun, get that wind in your face. So it's really cool. Now, one thing that's cool is they have what's called the living room, and it's on deck 12 in the aft. However, you have to come through deck 13 aft down to where I am right here in the seating area, and it's right here. Now the interior part of the living room is open from 10 a.m. to noon, 2 to 5, and then 8 to late, whatever that is. But on every ship I've been on, the living room has been designated for like teens. So it's probably going to be the same thing here. I just wasn't expecting this exterior stuff here. So this might just be a teen only area back here. Man, if you're a teen, how cool is this? You can just chill out here with people that are your own age, that get you, and you don't have to deal with no parent, nothing. Like you're just out here just relaxing and chilling like a villain. So yeah, I'm still a poet, you know it? So I kind of figured it out. How do you turn a 3-day cruise into a 4-day cruise? Well, you just float in the ocean. There's like no wake. So we're just like bobbing out here. Like maybe they're catching the fish for the catch of the day. I don't know. It's just weird to just be out here just floating and not going anywhere. How about that? A full-size sports court, not that little tiny crap they call sports court on Virgin ships. So deck 14F is the rock climbing wall. So they have various hours of operation, but essentially from like 9 a.m. to about 8:45 or so p.m. One day, another day it's open from 3 to 7:30, and another one's open from 2 to 7:30. So it varies in time that it's open, but it's right there. So I came from outside up, but if you come from inside out, but I just came through, makes more sense. So they have the sign here for the perfect storm, the blaster, the riptide, the flow rider, the sports court, and the living room. Well, check out what happens when you go outside. So you got rain sound, thunder and lightning sounds and stuff like that. This is for the perfect storm, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never been on a ship that's done that before. A lot of firsts on this ship. Now deck 14 aft, opposite of the rock climbing wall, you're gonna find the suite and pinnacle guest lounge, the access to it outside. So I will never pay for a suite, and I'm about 700 nights away from being pinnacle, so I'll just have to look at it from this vantage point. Our next stop is going to be on 14 and 15-ish. So on 14, we've got Izumi, you got the Cosmopolitan, you have the suite lounges, which we can't go into. And then on 15, you've got the Escape House. But it's closed, so we won't be able to go into there and check out the Escape House, but they do have one. Now, if you're looking for hibachi, they don't have it at this Izumi, but if you're looking to learn how to make sushi rolls, you can see that they are all ready for today's class, and they're expecting a full house. The Cosmopolitan would be a great place to come and relax in a nice air-conditioned environment, and you can overlook the pool, and you got ocean views for days. Now they use the Cosmopolitan as well at night for different events. Like they had the party where you had the silent headphones, the silent disco, did that, and then they use this as the nightclub as well. I'm coming back to 4 forward. I forgot to show you this cool little area out here. You can do it from either the port or starboard side, but you can come right outside, and they have this little deck area here that runs pretty much the length of the ship, and they got chairs out here for you as well. So you can just sit back, relax, and just watch the ocean pass you by. It's a nice quiet place to just not listen to any music, just read a book, just find yourself, whatever. So it's a great place for that. I know. You're thinking to yourself, Dave, where's the shuffleboard at? Well, guess what? It's on deck 4, outside on the port and the starboard side. all the shuffleboard equipment is locked in a container marked shuffleboard equipment. Now, as promised, see, beautiful sunset. That's why I get up at 5 in the morning to do these videos for you. Chops is specialty dining, and it is their steakhouse. If you like steak, you got to come here and try it out. I really love eating here. You get a great experience, great food. The steak you get here is not the steak you get in the dining room. I don't know about Jamie's, but Giovanni's, they would hand make gluten-free pasta daily on the ship. So if you have gluten issues and you're afraid to try pasta, come check out Jamie's and ask them if they have gluten-free pasta. They probably do, because it's a ship thing, maybe more so than a Giovanni's or a Jamie thing. But it's a great option for you to come into and try.
Birthday, of course. But ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. The countdown begins. Are we ready? Let's do it from 10. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Come on! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here come the balloons. That's it. Keep those balloons nice and high, folks.
cool or what? A drone show? Is there anything Royal can't do? That's phenomenal. So we're heading down to deck 3 to the Royal Theater so we can check out one of my favorite shows. It is the Love and Marriage show. Just got done in here about an hour and a half ago with the Friendly Feud, and that was fun. But nothing beats this. This is probably my favorite, and then the Crazy Quest, and then the Family Feud. So if you would like to make an impact on the crew that don't receive tips, like the bartenders and the waiters, cabin attendants, I recommend getting one of these. It's a little party pack of Hershey miniatures. It has about 120 pieces in there. I was given 2 out per person, so I was able to reach about 60 people. Every one of them, their faces just lit up with appreciation and gratitude that they were even thought of. So I was giving it out to the people that don't get tips, right? The cooks and the lifeguards, and the people that are around the ship cleaning, the ones in the stores, guest services, things like that. Really made a difference for them, and it was really cool to just be able to feel like Santa Claus for a day. Now we're back to deck 13 forward, and it's blocked off right now, but Navigator Dunes is up there, so if you want to do some mini golfing, that's where you'll want to go. Now this ship, it's the first time I've been on this class ship. I like it. It's pretty cool. I really wish we didn't have to go up and down different places and transverse. It'd be nicer if you could just go from one end to the other, but I know there's no perfect ship. But that's pretty much the biggest complaint I have, is how choppy the ship is. But from decks 4 to 11 or 12, you're pretty much straight. It's the 13s on the front end, the 13, 14, 15 on the back end. That's where it gets a little tricky, and then the floor 2 and 3 are a little tricky. But other than that, it's pretty easy to go. So if you have any questions about the Navigator of the Seas, put it in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and it would really help me out in keeping this channel going for you. Thanks, and I'll see you next time on my next trip.